NASA is not merely watching the August 12, 2026 eclipse. Aircraft, balloons, and solar instruments are preparing to chase the moon's shadow across the North Atlantic and Europe.
Why fly into an eclipse that lasts barely 2 minutes? First, we will reveal what researchers can measure. Only then will we ask what astrologers believe the same darkness can symbolize. You will see what actually moves, what researchers can measure, what is still uncertain, and where interpretation begins.
A solar eclipse happens when the moon passes between Earth and the sun. Its dark central shadow, the umbra, traces a narrow path across Earth's surface.
On August 12th, totality crosses parts of Russia, Greenland, Iceland, Spain, and a small part of Portugal. A partial eclipse reaches a much wider region. For most observers inside the path, the sun will be completely covered for less than 2 minutes. Near the center line, totality remains under 2.5 minutes.
The event is not caused by planets lining up across the solar system. It is a precise sun, moon, Earth geometry viewed from particular locations.
NASA plans to fly a high-altitude research jet near 50,000 feet, where cameras can study the solar corona above much of the atmosphere.
Student teams in Iceland will launch 80 balloons from 18 hours before the eclipse until 8 hours after it, sampling the lower atmosphere.
Teams in Spain will fly 6 more balloons with panoramic cameras and instruments that measure ozone, a gas whose chemistry depends on sunlight.
Previous eclipse experiments measured temporary ozone decreases. The 2026 campaign asks whether a later time of day and a different season produce a different response.
At ground level, daylight dims and temperature can fall. Some animals change behavior as familiar light cues disappear, but local weather and species matter.
Outside the brief total phase, direct viewing requires proper solar filters. Ordinary sunglasses are not safe, and cameras or binoculars need filters mounted over the front optics. That is the measurable story: orbital geometry, light, temperature, atmospheric chemistry, and biological responses to darkness.
Now the question changes. Astrology does not add another physical force to the eclipse. It treats the event as a symbol within a historical interpretive system.
Across many cultures, eclipses became symbols of interrupted order because the familiar sun appeared to vanish. Meanings varied widely by place and time.
Modern Western astrology often reads a solar eclipse as an intensified new moon moment. Endings, beginnings, visibility, and themes associated with its zodiac location.
For this event, tropical astrologers place the eclipse in Leo, a sign traditionally associated with visibility, creative expression, leadership, and the stage. That does not mean the eclipse causes a career change, a political event, or a personal crisis. Those are claims beyond what astronomy establishes.
A grounded astrological question is narrower. Which house of your natal chart contains the eclipse degree? And what themes does that house traditionally represent?
Then look for close aspects to natal planets. Treat the result as a prompt for reflection, not a forecast that overrides evidence or choice.
Write 2 columns. In one, record what happened: visibility, timing, temperature, observations. In the other, record what the event evokes for you.
Keeping those columns separate makes the conversation more interesting, not less. Astronomy explains what is happening. Astrology explores what it might mean. Whether you see an eclipse as physics, psychology, symbolism, or coincidence, the sky on August 12th will be objectively different from the day before.
Map the eclipse against your chart free at AskCelesta.com and share the tool freely. Then tell us which matters more to you, the measurement or the meaning.